Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Perkenalkan, nama saya Ermina Toliang, SMMLI. Saya adalah dosen pada program studi D3 Akuntansi Kampus Kabupaten Sanggau, jurusan Akuntansi Politeknik Negeri Pontianak. Pemaparan video ini adalah dalam rangka pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD UKT-PT bidang pengajaran pada sertifikasi dosen tahun 2025 gelombang pertama. Pada kesempatan ini saya akan memaparkan mata kuliah yang saya ampu, yaitu mata kuliah English for Business Communication 3 pada semester 3 dengan bobot 2 SKS. Terlebih dahulu saya akan menjabarkan terkait dengan deskripsi mata kuliah, capaian pembelajaran yang dibebankan pada mata kuliah, kemampuan akhir yang direncanakan, materi pembelajaran, metode pembelajaran, dan sistem penilaian. Pertama, deskripsi mata kuliah. Mata kuliah ini membahas tentang penerapan pengetahuan mahasiswa akan istilah-istilah khusus yang berkaitan dengan akuntansi dalam sebuah wacana atau teks. Selain itu, juga lebih menekankan pada keterampilan berbicara atau speaking dan menulis atau writing. Kedua, capaian pembelajaran yang dibebankan pada mata kuliah. Yang pertama adalah S1, beriman, bertakwa, berakhlak mulia, berkarakter sesuai dengan nilai-nilai Pancasila. P2, mampu berkomunikasi dalam bahasa Inggris dan mampu membangun kemampuan untuk berpikir kritis dalam berkomunikasi pada bidang akuntansi dalam bahasa Inggris. KKI, mampu berkomunikasi secara efektif, mampu bekerja secara individu dan sebagai tim. Dan yang terakhir adalah KU2, mampu bekerja sama, berkomunikasi, dan berinovatif dalam pekerjaannya. Yang ketiga, kemampuan akhir yang direncanakan. Pertama, mampu memahami ide utama dari teks bacaan terkait dengan akuntansi. Yang kedua, mampu mengidentifikasi terminologi akuntansi dalam bahasa Inggris. Yang ketiga, mampu memahami konteks penggunaan terminologi akuntansi dalam kalimat. Yang keempat, mampu menceritakan pengalaman. Yang kelima, mampu mengidentifikasi kata klasifikasi, mengidentifikasi tingkat pengklasifikasian, dan menulis pengklasifikasian. Yang keenam, mampu membandingkan dua hal. Yang ketujuh, mampu memahami sampel audit. Yang kedelapan, mampu menanyakan dan memberikan pendapat. Yang kesembilan, mampu menggambarkan keahlian pekerjaan, mengidentifikasi deskripsi pekerjaan, dan menulis deskripsi pekerjaan. Yang kesepuluh, mampu memahami kata sifat, mendeskripsikan bangunan dan menulis tentang pendeskripsian bangunan. Dan yang terakhir, mampu memahami kata sifat, event, festival, seremoni, dan menulis tentang event, festival, dan seremoni. Yang keempat, materi pembelajaran. Pada mata kuliah ini ada 9 materi. Yang pertama yaitu describing process. Yang kedua adalah classifying. Yang ketiga adalah comparing things. Yang keempat adalah expressing opinion. Yang kelima adalah describing skills. Yang keenam, describing information. Yang ketujuh, describing occupation. Yang kedelapan, describing buildings. Dan yang terakhir adalah describing events, festival, or ceremonies. Kemudian yang kelima, metode pembelajaran. Pada mata kuliah ini, modalitas atau model pembelajarannya adalah tatap muka dalam bentuk kuliah dan praktik, kemudian strategi pembelajaran menggunakan pembelajaran kontekstual, kemudian metode yang digunakan adalah diskusi, media pembelajaran yang digunakan adalah laptop dan proyektor, dan yang terakhir sumber belajar adalah textbook. Berikutnya adalah sistem penilaian. Adapun pada mata kuliah ini, bobot penilaiannya adalah aktivitas 10%, tugas 20%, praktik 30%, dan ujian praktik 40%. Adapun untuk rentang nilai 80,51 sampai 100, nilainya adalah A, 65,51 sampai 80,50, nilainya adalah B, 50,51 sampai 65,50, nilainya adalah C, 34,51 sampai 50,50, nilainya adalah D, 0 sampai 34,50, nilainya adalah E. Dan selanjutnya adalah video pembelajaran. Selamat menyaksikan. Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Alright, so before we start the class, let's pray. Pray begins. Finish. Okay, captain our class. Who is absent today? Who is absent?
Reno and
Reno and
Aru.
Oh, okay. Alright then. Reno and alright, Aru. Okay. Last week we already learned about accounting cycle. Yeah. Do you remember in accounting cycle how many steps?
9 steps.
9 steps. What are they?
The first is analysis of the transaction.
Okay. The second one. Second one. Yeah. The second one.
Reversing and interest.
Sorry. Sorry.
Recording,
Recording.
reversing,
Reversing.
and interest.
Entries.
Interest.
Entries. Okay. Do you still remember what is reversing entries in Indonesian? Yeah. What? Journal. Okay. Now let's move to our new materials. It's about classification. Yeah. Okay. Here, our first one is you can say use there are 5 kinds of. Second one you can use there are 3 categories of, and then you can divide into 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3, and then the last you can use this can be broken down into 4 sections. They are blah 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 blah. Yeah. So if you want to classify something, you can use this expression. Yeah. You can use there are 5 kinds or etc. Okay, here the common language. If you want to use classification, not only this one, but here there are so many actually to say the classification. You can use the 2 types, the 2 kinds, the 2 classes, the 2 categories, and etc. Or you can use lava consists of, or lava can divide into blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. Or you can use this one. Exceeded and basic are classes of lava. Exceeded and basic are types of lava. And then maybe you can use exceeded and basic are categories of lava. Wanna try to read this one? Okay, Jay, come on.
Eruption of volcanoes may be divided into 3 types. 1. The explosive type is which rock fragments are drawn out with explosive violence. 2. The quiet type is which ordinary rock quietly flows on the surface. 3. The intermediate type in which eruptions are at time violent and at other time consists of the quiet outflowing of lava.
Okay, thank you, Jay. So here the example of the reading text related to the classification. So we can, if you want, we want to make the writing about the classification. We can we can come with the example eruption or volcanoes may be divided into 3 types: the first, second, and the third. Okay. I already give to you the reading text about classification of assets. You can open your reading text. So classification based on this reading text, yeah. So please, who wanna try to read the reading text?
First, quantifies the definition of asset and also makes the reconciliation criteria, then prepares a financial statement. Also have to decide about the classification of such asset. To determine the classification of asset, one has to consider of use.
Term of use.
Term of use.
Okay, thank you. Alright, based on the reading text, how many, the classification based on the physical attributes, how many types? The types, what are they? Okay, tangible assets and intangible assets. Do you know the meaning in Indonesia? Tangible assets? Aset? Berwujud. Okay, and what about intangible assets? Aset tidak berwujud. Talking about tangible assets, can you give the examples? What are they? Yeah, tangible assets. The first one.
Computer system.
Okay, computer system, and then office table, and then building, machinery, and etc. Yeah. So tangible assets is asset that can be touched and seen. Jadi bisa bisa disentuh dan bisa dilihat. Okay. And then what about intangible assets? What are the examples of intangible assets? Oh sorry, what is the meaning in Indonesian? Artinya apa? Aset tidak berwujud. Okay. What is the example of intangible assets? Goodwill, copyright, patents, and software and etc. Yeah. Okay. And then based on the term of use, how many classifications? We can divide them into. We can divide asset based on the term of use. Become the first one.
Non-current asset.
Okay, the second one.
Current asset.
Okay, what is non-current assets in Indonesia?
Aset tidak lancar.
Aset tidak lancar.
Cash
Cash in hand and
bank.
cash at bank. Okay, good then. So now let's after reading the text, because this is about the accounting things, yeah. So I want you to know more about accounting terminology. So please make a group consists of 4 or 5 students, and then you find out the vocabulary related to the accounting, and then you make the first thing that you have to do, you find out the vocabulary. Second one, you find out the definition in English, and then the last one, not last one, yeah. And then you find out the meaning in Indonesian, because this is the terminology. Sometimes between Indonesian and English it will be different. Okay. And then the last, make a sentence from that, from those vocabularies. Ya. Nanti kalian bikin kalimatnya dari kosakata yang kalian dapatkan. Okay, please make a group. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So maybe you can discuss with your friends about the vocabulary. Yeah. I give 10 minutes or 20 minutes. 10 minutes enough. Okay. And then after that, I want you to present the vocabulary that you got in front of the class. Yeah. Because I want to all of you can get the vocabularies from your friend. You can learn the vocabulary from your friends, ya. Jadi kita bisa belajar sama-sama dengan dari temannya vocabulary apa yang mereka dapatkan, ya. Okay? Alright. Okay, you can do it now. Finish? Okay. So now, please, who wanna be the first presenter for our discussion today?
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, here we will present our answer regarding the vocabulary we got from the text. And we got 3 vocabulary, including first, financial statement. The definition is written reports that illustrates the business activities and the financial performance of a company. And financial statement meaning in Indonesia is laporan keuangan. And the second, tangible assets. The definition is a physical item with monetary value that a company or individual owns. These assets can be touched, seen, and are typically recorded on the balance sheet. And the meaning in Indonesia is aset terwujud. And the third, current assets. A company's resource that can convert into cash within a year of the normal operating cycle, whichever is longer. Meaning in Indonesia is aset lancar. And we also make sentence from the vocabulary. We made 2 sentences which will be read by my friend. And the first is Novianti Saragi.
Number 2, the example of tangible assets are office table, building, and machinery. Number 1, debt accounting. Number 2, financial statement. Let's read.
Okay, that's enough for us, and that's all for the answer from the vocabulary we got. And thank you.
Okay, thank you. Give applause for your friend. Okay, guys. That's it. So, Joy, can you give example of classification, expression of classification? Yeah. For example, like my friends divided into 2 types. The first one is blah blah blah. The second one is blah blah blah. Or maybe the boys can be divided into 2 types. The first one is the good boy. Second one is what is it? Bad boy. Okay, come on.
I have friends type like Adela. Yeah, I was Rini.
Okay.
And Rini, yeah, I was Sanjay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. And then we already learned about accounting terminology from the reading text related to the classification of assets. Asset can be divided into 2. The first one is based on the physical attributes. Second one based on the sum of attributes. Okay. All right. For your individual assignments, I ask you to make a paragraph about classification. So I will give you the topics, and then you make a paragraphs about the topic. You can choose. I give you maybe 3 or 3 topics, and then you can choose one. After that, you make a sentence. Make a paragraphs of the topic, and then next week you are going to present the topic that you choose. Ya. Jadi kalian akan bikin paragraf terkait dengan apa yang akan terkait klasifikasi. Topiknya saya beri, dan kalian akan presentasi di minggu depan. Ini tugas individu. Okay, I will give you the topics. The first one is the types of friends. Second one is lecturer. The third is about maybe about hobby. So from this topic, you choose one and then you explain about the topic ya. Nanti kalian jelaskan terkait topik tersebut. The example, this one. You can start from the classification. Kalian mulai dulu dari ekspresi klasifikasinya, kemudian and then after that you explain for each classification. Jadi kalian jelaskan masing-masing klasifikasinya. Misalnya di sini lavas may be divided into two contrasting types, acid and basic. Jadi di sini ada dibagi menjadi dua, lava itu acid and basic. And then di sini acid you explain about that one, and then second one you explain about the basic. Please make 3 paragraphs, at least 3 paragraphs. Bikin paling sedikit 3 paragraphs ya untuk terkait ini. So misalnya the types of friends, macam-macam teman yang ada, yang maksudnya yang kamu punya, misalnya ada yang pemalu, ada yang picky misalnya gitu ya, atau ada yang bad girl misalnya gitu ya. Nah, kalian jelaskan masing-masing kenapa dia dibilang picky, kenapa dibilang baik, kenapa dibilang itu. Kemudian misalnya yang lecture, there are so many kinds of lecture or types of lecture. Misalnya lecturernya atau dosennya ada yang baik, ada yang strict, ada yang slow aja gitu ya. So you can explain. Okay, do you have any questions about the topics maybe, or explain about maybe about the assignment? Ada yang ditanyakan terkait dengan topik yang kita bicarakan tadi atau tentang tugasnya? You got it? Sudah mengerti semuanya? Okay. Alright class, that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you next week.